problems.
All right, should be fun. All right, let's check this out. Mary needs to order pizza for 18 students. Each student should get a quarter of a pizza. How many pizza should Mary order? How many pizza would be left over? Any ideas?
18 times 1/4.
So 18 times 1/4. Yeah, what is that? So this is 2, this is 9. That's 9/2, which is 4.5. How much pizza is left? Actually, so what's the answer to this? How many pizzas should Mary order? So 18 times 1/4 is 4.5. Yeah.
Mhm.
So how many pizzas should she order?
Just 4.
No,
Well,
four is not
I mean
gonna
5.
be 5. Yeah, exactly 5. She should order 5 pizzas. How much is left?
Half a pizza.
Yeah, exactly. Half a pizza. There you go. So that's the answer to that one. Let's see if there's more difficult ones, because all right, 2 children are sharing half a sandwich. How much will each child get?
Is it just a half divided by 2?
Yes, it is. A half divided by 2. What does that equal? So how do we solve this?
You would flip the second fraction over, so just 1/2 and then times it.
Yes, and then you get a 1/4, right? So
Mhm.
each child gets a quarter of a sandwich. All right, so here, this lady's making a outfit. She needs 2.5 yards, that's just American meters, of fabric for the shawl, and then 1 3/4 for the dress. If she has 3 yards of fabric, how much more does she need?
Do you just subtract from 3 yards?
Well, subtract what?
Like both of the yards?
Right, so which one would be bigger actually? Would this plus this be bigger, or 3 be bigger?
The 3 would be smaller.
Yeah, the 3 would be smaller. So we're going to take away 3 from both of these. We're going to add them up like that. And we're going to subtract the 3. Because if we do the other way around, we're going to get a negative like length. Length cannot be negative. So I'm going to add this up and take away the 3. How do we do this?
You can turn it into improper.
Plus this would be 7/4 minus 3, right?
And now you find the common denominator, which is 4.
Which is 4, yeah. So that means we need to multiply this by 2 on the bottom, 2 on the top. What about 3? What do we multiply this guy by?
You can't really have 4 as a common denominator for 3.
Yes, you can. So here it's 1 right now, yeah?
Mhm.
So you need to multiply this by 4,
Oh, okay.
right? Because if it does not have a denominator, it has a denominator of 1, just multiply that by 4. So we get 10/4 plus 7/4 minus 12/4. They all have the same denominator, so we can combine them. So 10 plus 7 is 17, minus 12 is 5/4, right? So 5/4, that is the extra. You can convert it into mixed fraction, 1 and 1/4. So she needs extra 1 and 1/4 yards. Okay. The next part, if each yard costs $7.98. How much money does she need?
So she basically needs like 4 and 1/4 yards, right?
Yeah, but she already has 3 yards, so she doesn't need to buy 3 yards, 3 of those yards. She just needs to buy this, right?
Oh, okay.
But she already has this. So we're gonna multiply 798 with 1 and 1/4. 798 times 1, well, that's just 1.25, yeah? I don't
Mhm.
know if this question will come because this one requires you to use a calculator. So if it does come, the numbers will be better, like times 1.25. So she needs $9.98.
Mhm.
What if without a calculator? Let's say if each fabric costs $4, okay? How much money would she need to buy this?
$4.25.
So 4 times, that's what's that? That's 5/4, right?
Oh, okay.
4 times 5/4, and the 4's cancels out. She needs $5,
Oh, okay.
right? 4 times 1/4, 1 and 1/4 is
Mhm.
this. So she needs $5 extra to make the purchase. I don't know about this question. Let's see if there's some in the book. 'Cause these are not really fractions. None of these are really fractions. The word problems is all purely on fractions, right?
Mhm.
Fractions is chapter fractions. There we go. Right. So last week, Joe spent 1 and 1/3 hours crossing some bridge. Each crossing took 1/6 of an hour. How many round trips did he make?
Do you divide?
What over what?
1 and 1/3 divided by 1/6.
That's right. 1 and 1/3 divided by 1/6. We can turn this into a proper fraction. 3 times 1, 4/3. And we can flip this,
Mhm.
right? Times 6/1. 3 goes into 6 twice. So 8. So you made 8 total crossings. So what does that mean in terms of round trip?
He made 4.
Yeah, exactly. 4 round trips. 8 total trips, 4 round trips, yeah?
Mhm.
So tally the number of vehicles that crossed the bridge in an hour. He found that 3/4 were automobiles and 1/5 were trucks. What fractions describes the number of vehicles that were not automobiles or trucks?
Um, do you subtract the two numbers?
Yes, 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 you do. Subtracted from what? Or just 1/5 minus 3/4? Is that what you mean?
Mhm.
No, you subtract both of them from 1.
Oh, okay.
right?
Mm-hmm.
So 3/4. 1, 2, 3. 3/4, I guess. These are the automobiles, yeah?
Uh-huh.
And if we were to divide this into 5 parts, these would be the trucks, you see?
Mm-hmm.
So our answer is right here. This chunk. How do you find what that chunk is? You subtract the automobiles as well as the trucks. Like that,
Okay.
right? Because the fraction will always add up to 1. Now what? How do we solve this?
You can just put a 1 under the 1.
Yeah,
And now you find the common denominator, which is 20.
yes. So we need to multiply this by a 4, by a 4, by a 5, by a 5, and this one by a 20 on top and bottom. So get 20/20 minus 15/20 minus 4/20, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we do 20 minus 19/20. So this gives us 1/20. And that's the answer.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
So take it away from 1. We've done most of these, I think. But let's try doing this. Actually, yeah, we had some issues with this one. I don't know when we did this, but so she used 2/3 of her sugar to make 3/4 of a batch of cookies. How much of her sugar would she need to make the whole batch?
Do you just do 2/3 times 3/4?
Nope.
Could you draw it out first?
Yes. So this is the sugar, right? 2/3. So 1, 2, 3. So she used this much sugar, right,
Mm-hmm.
to make 3/4. So 1, 2, 3/4. This much cookies. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Now the goal is to find out how much sugar is needed to make the whole cookie, one whole batch of cookies, okay? So
Mm-hmm.
now, will the sugar increase or would it decrease? Do we need more? It's going to increase, right? If you multiply two fractions that are less than 1, the number is going to go down.
Mm-hmm.
See, 6/12, 1/2. The number of sugar, the amount of sugar goes down if you multiply the two fractions. So multiplication is not the way to go for this question. So what do we do?
Do
You
you
do,
divide?
yeah, divide what over what?
2/3 divided by 3/4?
The other way around.
Oh, okay.
Now, why is it the other way around? Now look at this. Whenever we do division, right, or when we find the slope, if you remember, what's the formula for slope? Slope
Rise over
was
run.
rise over run, yeah? Rise is the y value, which is the dependent, right?
Mm-hmm.
Y is a dependent. The run is the x value, which is independent. So the dependent value goes on the numerator. Is the sugar the dependent variable or is the cookies? Which depends on which?
The cookies depend on the sugar.
Exactly. So that means the cookies are the dependent variables, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's why it's going to go in the numerator. That's why we do 3/4 divided by 2/3. Okay,
Oh, okay.
not 2/3 divided by 3, the other way around. 3/4 divided by 2/3. Now we can flip the second one like that. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So it gets 9/8 or 1 and 1/8.
Okay.
And that makes sense, right? Because we know the sugar amount should increase, and this is
Mm-hmm.
more than 2/3.
All right.
Most of these are pretty simple. Let's see if I can find more complicated ones. And we've done most of these as well. Or let's try doing this one. Kevin bought 3 pizzas. Together they ate 1/5/12 on Monday and another 3/4 on Tuesday. How much pizza is left over?
Do you just subtract from 3?
Yes. So 3 minus 1/5/12. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then do we also subtract 3/4? Or do we add it?
Yeah.
Yeah, we subtract 3/4. So 3 minus 17/12 minus 3/4, right?
Mm-hmm.
What's the common denominator between 1, 12, and 4?
12.
12, right? So that means we need to multiply this by a 3, multiply the 1 by a 12, like that.
Mm-hmm.
So 36 minus 17 minus 9/12. And 17 plus 9 is 26. So this is 10/12,
Mm-hmm.
which is 5/6. Reduces to 5/6. That makes sense?
Mm-hmm.
Give me a second. Let me see if I can find something a bit better. All right, I got some more. The book does not have that many word problems. Alrighty. Jill had 3 full pans of brownies. Each pan made 10 brownies. She gave 3/8 of the brownies to her friends. How many brownies did she give away?
Well, if she had 3 full pans that were 10 each, she would have 30 brownies.
Right. And then?
And then so she basically took away 3/8, right?
Yeah.
So you just subtract?
Nope.
Do you multiply?
Yes. Why? See, off means
Of,
multiple.
okay.
And if you subtract it, the answer wouldn't make sense because you'd get like 29 and something, right? You get 29 and
Mhm.
5/8. And no, she didn't give 3/8 of one cookie. She gave 3/8 of the entire batch.
Oh, okay.
So we need to multiply this by 3/8. So boom, boom, 4. 2 goes into 8 4 times. 2 goes into 30 15 times. So we get 45/4, which is 11 and 1/4.
Mhm.
Let's look at this one. Erin walked 3/5 miles, 3 out of 5 miles each day for 8 days. On the 9th day, she walked 1 1/4 miles. How many total miles did she walk?
I'm guessing you do 3/5 times 8 first.
Yes, 3/5 times 8. That is 24/5. And then?
And then you can turn 1 and 1/4 into an improper fraction.
5/4. Yeah.
And then you add the 2 fractions.
Yes. Yes. What's the common denominator between 5 and 4?
20.
20, right? So I need to multiply this by a 5. I need to multiply this by a 4. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
24 times 4 is 96 over 20. plus 25 over 20. So this will be 121 over 20, which is 6 and 1 over 20.
Mhm.
That makes sense?
Yep.
Jug contains 1 2/3 gallons of water. If 5/7 of gallon is drunk each day, how much of water is left after 2 days?
Um, do you just subtract like 5 over 7 times 2?
Yes. So
Okay.
1 and 2 over 3
Mhm.
minus 5 over 7 times 2. So that's 5 over 3 minus 10 over 7, yeah? Why is this 10? Because
Mhm.
this has a denominator of 1. Multiply the numerator with the numerator, the denominator with the denominator. What's the common denominator between 3 and 7?
21.
21, right? So times 3 times 3 times 7 times 7, yeah?
Mhm.
What's 7 times 5?
35.
So 35 over 21 minus 30 over 21, right?
Mhm.
So you get 5 over 21, and there we go.
Okay.
So that much water is left. So Mia has 24 yards of ribbon. She gave 10 yards to her sister. Mia now
Mhm.
wants to work on a project that requires 2 and 1/4 yards of ribbon per project. What is the greatest number of projects that she can complete?
Well, she gives away 10, so she only has 14 left.
Yes?
Is it 14 divided by 2 and 1 over 4?
14 divided by 2, 1 over 4. That's right.
Okay.
That's 14 divided by 9 over 4. Yeah.
Mhm.
That's 14 times 4 over 9. And there's really no common, you can't really cancel these.
Mhm.
14 times 4 is 56 over 9. So that
Mhm.
is 6 and 2 over 9. So she
Okay.
can complete six projects, because you can't really complete half of that, doesn't count, right? 2
Mhm.
and over 9. So the maximum projects she can complete is 6.
Okay.
Let's check this out. Paul spent a quarter of his money on food and another 3/10 on soda. If he started with $5, how much money is left?
Um, is it just 5 minus 1 over 4 minus 2 over 10?
No, it's not. Off his money, right? Off the total. Off means times, so it has something to do with times, not minus.
Oh, okay.
So why don't we first
So,
find the money spent on food, okay? Let's find the money spent on food. So on food, he's gonna spend, yeah?
mhm.
He's gonna spend how much?
1 over 4 times 5.
Yes, 1 over 4 times 5. That's 5 over 4. That is $1.25.
Mhm.
How much did he spend
And
on soda?
3 over 10 times 5.
Right, 3 over 10 times 5. which is 15 over 10. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
and that is $1.50, right?
Uh-huh.
If you add these two, you get $2.75. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So he spent $2.75. If he started out with $5, how much is left? 5 minus $2.75. How much is that?
Mm-hmm. Um, $2.25. So $2.25.
Right, exactly. And there we go. He's left with $2.25.
Mm-hmm.
Sally has a piece of cloth. She used 1/3 to make a pillow cover and another 4/7 to make tablecloth. If she started out with 2 feet of cloth, how much does she has remaining?
Do you times?
Nope. So here, of a foot, right now they're saying 1/3 of a foot of cloth. So she started out with 2, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
So let's say this is 1 feet, this is 1 feet. So 1/3 is gonna be like this chunk here. So she used this, yeah, to make the pillow cover. And then if you were to divide this into 7 parts, she used 4 of them to make the cloth, tablecloth, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we're looking for the chunk in the middle. We're looking for the chunk in the middle. So this is subtraction.
How do you really know if it's like,
So look at the question here and look at the question here. So what's the difference here? In question 5, yeah, in question 5, of his money, right? Of his money means of his total money.
oh, and the other one is just a foot.
Yeah, exactly, a foot.
Oh, okay.
A foot. So that's why in 5 we multiplied, but in 6 we're gonna subtract.
Mm-hmm.
Okay?
Is that the case for like most
Yeah,
questions?
it is. It is.
Okay.
So we have 2 feet to start off with. We
Mm-hmm.
used 1/3, not of 2 feet, just of 1 feet, okay?
Uh-huh.
A foot. And then minus 4/7, like that.
Okay.
So what's the next step?
You find the common denominator, which is 21.
Exactly. So we need to multiply everything by 21, right? 21 times the
Mm-hmm.
1, 21 times this one's 7, and this one 3. So do 42/21 minus 7/21 minus 12/21. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
42 minus 7 is 35/21 minus 12/21. So 35 minus 12 is what? What's 35
23.
minus? Yeah, 23/21. So 1 and 2/21 of cloth is remaining.
Okay.
What about this?
Do you add the two fractions first?
Yeah, sure, we can add them. So 1/3 plus 1/4, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
So what's the common denominator between 3 and 4?
12.
12, exactly. So times 3 times 3 times 4 times 4. So you get 4/12 plus 3/12. So that's 7/12.
And do you just subtract that from a 1?
Yes. 1 minus 7/12. So that's, again, we need to give this one a 12, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we get 12/12 minus 7/12. So the answer is 5/12.
Okay.
Now look at this. Kathy had $10 and gave half of it. Half of it means the total, yeah? We don't times it here.
Okay.
Actually, that's my bad. Half of total means we times it. If it said half of $1 or something, then we'd subtract it. Half of it here means total, so this is a times, right?
Mm-hmm.
If you have $10, if you subtract, that's not giving away half of it, is it? If you just subtract a half from this, that's not giving half of the total. So this is a times question. And then she gave a third of the remaining amount. See, again, the third of the remaining amount means a third of the total. So that's also a times.
Okay.
So let's do step by step. If she gave half of it to her brother, how much did she give away?
5.
$5 is gone, right? $5 is gone. That means she's left with $5. Now from this $5, she then gave a third of the remaining amount. So she gave a third from the remaining 5. So we times this by 1/3.
Mm-hmm.
So we get 5/3. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So she gave away 5 and then she gave away 5/3. How much money does she have left?
Like, I
So
don't really know.
so she had $10, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
She gave away 5 to her brother, as we found here, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then she gave away 5/3 to the friend, like that. See if that makes sense. This is the amount she gave away to her brother, and this is the amount she gave away to the friend, and we just subtract it.
Oh, okay.
And then we just 10 minus 5 is 5, so 5 minus 5/3, right?
Mm-hmm.
I can put a 1 here, so the common denominator between 1 and 3 is a 3. So you get 15 minus 5/3. That's 10/3. So that is 3 and $1/3 remaining.
Okay.
Now again, look at this question. Of an inch, is this a times or a subtract?
Subtract.
Exactly, because times it when you do it to the total, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
But here we're interested in an inch, so this is a subtract question. So 20 minus 10 and 2/9 is what? Oh my god, that's big. 92/9, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Minus 5 and 1/4, that is 21/4, right?
Uh-huh.
You may not see this big of a number though. 92/9. You're not allowed to use a calculator, right?
No, we're not.
That means this question is not going to come up because we're going to need a calculator here, probably. Because the common denominator between 9 and 4 is a 36, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we will have to multiply this by a 36, this by a 4, and this by a 9. That's 720 minus 368 minus 189 or 199? 199. 199, or actually it's 189. Yeah, see the numbers are big. It's kind of hard to do it in your head. So this question will probably not come, but the more important thing is that this was a subtraction question.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and this gives it away of an inch. Is this a subtraction or a times?
Times.
Yes. So how do we do?
Um, 24 times 1/4.
Right, so 24 times 1/4. What does that equals to? You don't need a calculator, this one. So that's just 24/4, right? What is that?
Oh, it's 6/2 if you reduce it.
No, it's exactly 6. 24 divided by 4 is exactly 6, no? If you reduce it, it becomes
Oh,
12
okay.
over 2. If you reduce it, it
Mhm.
becomes 12 over 2.
Okay. And
So,
then do you subtract 6?
yes, you do. So 24 minus 6. So the number of chocolates that don't have knots is 18.
Okay.
What about this?
You just add
Yep. So 3 over 4 plus 1 over 8 plus what?
1/16.
Yes, 1 over 16. So what's the common denominator?
8? Well, no.
It's not 8.
It's 16.
It's 16, right? So we don't touch the 16, yeah? And we
Mhm.
gotta make the rest a 16. So multiply 4 by 4, multiply the 8 by the 2, and don't touch the 16. So get
Mhm.
12 over 16 plus 2 over 16 plus 1 over 16, like that.
Mhm.
And then we can just add all them up. 12 plus 2 is 14 plus 1, 15 over 16.
Uh-huh.
And that's the final answer.
Okay.
This one looks difficult. Maybe we can do it using the other way without turning it into proper fractions. Here, how do you do this without, because we really don't want to convert this because that's going to give us like a very big number, okay?
You just add.
You just add them up, but now here's a different way of adding them without converting them into a proper fraction, because that's going to give us huge numbers.
Do you just add the whole numbers first and then
Yeah.
the fractions?
Yeah, exactly. You can do this.
Okay.
So 50 plus 30, again, you don't really need a calculator. What's 50 plus 33? That's 83, right?
Mhm.
83 plus 8 is what?
91.
Right. So we have 91 as the whole numbers, and then we're going to add the fractions. 2 over 3 plus 1 over 4 plus 3 over 8, yeah?
Mhm.
What's the common denominator between 3, 4, and 8?
24.
Yes, it is 24. So we need to multiply this by a 3, yeah?
Mhm.
Multiply this by a 6, multiply this by an 8. So we get 16 over 24 plus 6 over 24 plus 9 over 24.
Mhm.
And that's 22. 22 plus 9 is 31 over 24. Yeah.
Mhm.
And this is 1 and 7 over 24.
Mhm.
So you just add this with 91. It becomes, add the whole number with this. So it becomes 92
92.
and 7 over 24. There we go.
Oh, okay.
So we can do it this way as well, right?
Mhm.
What about B?
You just subtract.
What from what?
50 and 2/3 minus 33 and 1/4.
Yes, so 50 and 2 over 3, yeah? Minus
Mhm.
33 and 1 over 4. Again, we don't have to convert them into proper fractions. We can just do 50 minus 33, which is a 17, yeah?
Mhm.
And then we can do, on the side, we can do 2 over 3 minus 1 over 4. So take the common denominator, which is a 12. So multiply this by 3, multiply this by a 4, right? So 8 over 12 minus 3 over 12, 5 over 12.
Mm-hmm.
And then you just add this to this. So 17 and 5 over 12. There we go.
Okay.
We don't really need to convert it if we don't have to, right? Even this way, I think is easier because you don't have to multiply big numbers.
Mm-hmm.
You can kind of do it in your head. Do you still have like school? Like, you know what I mean? Or is it like for online?
Oh, I go to school, like in real life.
All right, so it's not closed down.
No, it's not.
Okay, because here it is.
Oh,
Maybe it's
really?
better in Saskatchewan, in Winnipeg, I guess. Here it is. Yeah, the COVID cases here are pretty high. Actually, let me find another worksheet. Because again, the book doesn't really have that much. I'm surprised. Actually, maybe it's not that bad yet, I guess. There. All right, we can just do these guys for the last 15 minutes. This is super simple, to be honest.
Mm-hmm.
Rachel rode her bike for 1/5 of a mile on Monday and 2/5 of a mile on Tuesday. How much did she ride altogether?
Do you multiply?
Are you sure?
No.
No, you don't multiply it. This is very simple. You add them up, right? If you're confused about these, just forget about the fractions, yeah? Let's say she biked 3 miles on Monday and 2 miles on Tuesday. How many miles did she ride altogether?
5.
5, right? Not 6, 5. So when in doubt, just pretend like it's not a fraction. It'll help you see it. So here we need to add them up, right? 1/5 plus 2/5, that's just 3/5, and we're done.
Oh, okay.
Okay, Stephanie asks, so I'm 4/5 of a lap in the morning and 7/15. So 4/5 and 7/17 in the evening. How much further does Stephanie swim in the morning than in the evening?
You just subtract?
Yes, you just subtract. Right, like this. What's the common denominator between 17 and 5? When in doubt, just multiply them, okay?
Okay.
That always works. So 17 times 5 is 85. So we need to multiply this by 5 and multiply this by 17. Okay. Well, this one's easy. 7 times 5 is 35. Okay. What is 17 times 4?
68.
Yes. 68 over 85. And then you just subtract them. 8 minus 5, 3. 6 minus 3, 3. So there you go. 33 over 85. Or did we not do that right? Oh, it's 15th. It was not. Wait a sec. What's happened here? Oh, it's 15th. I read this as 17th.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, not a problem. So we just pretend like that was 17th. Let's keep on. It took Nick 5/3 of an hour to complete his math homework on Monday, 3/4 of an hour on Tuesday, and 5/6 of an hour on Wednesday. How many hours did it take to complete his homework altogether?
Do you just subtract everything from an hour and then add it?
Say that again. We add all of them up. Is that right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I guess we could add them up. So we don't subtract here. Okay. Again, when in doubt, just think about it. There's no subtraction required. If it took 2 hours on Monday, 3 hours on Tuesday, 2 hours on Wednesday, how long did it take? 2 plus 3 plus 2, 7 hours, right?
Mm-hmm.
When in doubt, convert them into whole numbers. So here we just simply add all 3 of those fractions together. 3/4 on Tuesday, 5/6 on Wednesday, and what was on Monday? 5/3 on Monday. Like that.
Mm-hmm.
What's the common denominator between 4, 6, and 3?
24.
12.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, multiply them, but then see if half of it works. Because it'll make
Mm-hmm.
your life easy. It's easier to multiply, deal with 12 than it is to deal with 24. So we need to multiply this by 4, multiply this by a 2, multiply this by what? We need a 12, so by a 3.
3.
So 9/12 plus 10/12 plus 20/12, yeah. That is going to be what? 39/12, which is 3 and 3/12. And you can even reduce this at the end here. 3 goes into itself once, into 12 4 times. So 3 and 1/4.
Okay.
Dina added 5/6 of a bag of soil to her garden. Her neighbor Natasha added 11/8 of whatever to her garden. How much more soil did Natasha add than Dina?
You just subtract.
Yes. Subtract what from what?
5, 6 from 11/8.
Yeah. So 11/8 minus 5/6, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, what's the common denominator between 8 and 6?
18.
Yeah, nope. 8 does not go into 18, right?
Oh. Is it just 48?
It is just 48, yeah. Oh, actually, is it? So multiply them and check if half of it works. Does 24 work?
It does.
It does, there we go. And then you can even check one more. Does 12 work? It's just half it, right? 12 does not work because 8 does not go into 12. So our common denominator, the lowest one is 24. So we multiply this by 4. What do we multiply the 8 fraction by?
By a 3?
Yeah, by 3. So we have 33/24 minus 20/24, yeah? So 13/24.
Okay.
At a pizza party, Diego and his friends ate 3 and 1/4 cheese pizzas, okay?
Mm-hmm.
So that just means 3 and 1/4 like that, and 2 and 3/4 pepperoni pizzas. How much pizzas did they eat in total?
You just add them both.
Yeah, just add them both, right? You can you can do this by turning it into a proper fraction, I guess, because they have the same denominators, right? Times to 8 plus 11/4, like that, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
24/4. And well, that's easy. What's 24/4?
It's just 6.
Yeah, there we go. And that's the answer.
Okay.
See if there's something with times. No, there's nothing with times here. Let's go back here. See if there's any word problems. Nope. What else are you doing in school apart from maths?
Well, we just finished reading a book and we're writing an essay on it. And like we're doing Greek mythology.
Okay, which book was it?
It's called Stella by Starlight.
Okay, yeah, interesting. Did you finish reading it?
Yeah.
You like reading books?
Yeah, I do.
All right, that's nice. Let's look at this. This guy divided 3/4 of a bottle of medicine equally among 3 sick cats. How much does she give each sick cat?
So 3/4 divided by 3.
Yes, 3/4 divided by 3. So that's 3/4 times 1/3, right?
Mm-hmm.
So 3/12. Let's check 3/12. Brilliant. All right. There's another one. Peter made half a liter of hot chocolate. Each mug holds 1/4 of a liter. How many mugs will Peter be able to fill?
Is it 1/2 divided by 1/4?
Yes, it is. 1/2 divided by 1/4, right? And just think
Mm-hmm.
about it, right? Let's say he made 10 liters of hot chocolate and each mug holds 2 liters. We would do 10 divided by 2, right?
Mm-hmm.
Five total mugs. When in doubt, convert it or just pretend like it's a whole number.
Okay.
So 1/2 divided by 1/4, that's 1/2 times 4/1, right?
Mm-hmm.
4 times 1 is a 4, 2 times 1 is a 2, so we get 4/2, which is a 2.
Okay.
Every day, the Putnam pet store uses 7 bags of dog food. How many days will 7/10 of a bag of dog food last?
Um, it's just 7 divided by 7/10.
Is that so? Here, let's assume that they use 2 bags of dog food, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
How many bags of dog food, or how much will 4 bags of dog food last? Do we do 2 divided by 4 or 4 divided by 2?
4 divided by 2.
Yeah. So here, what do we do? Is it 7 divided by 7/10 or 7/10 divided by 7?
7/10 divided by 7.
Yes, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because this is not going to be enough to last a single day.
Uh-huh.
Because they use 7 bags and this is not even 1 bag. So we're expecting a lower number. If we did 7 divided by 7/10, then we would get a bigger number.
Mm-hmm.
So times 1/7. So we get 7. Well, this just cancels out. So we just get 1/10 as the answer.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, again here. A gardener spreads 3/4 of a bag of mulch evenly over yada yada. So do we do 3 divided by 3/4 or do we do 3, or is this even a division? What do you think?
Um,
Well, it is division, okay. But it's what over what?
it's 3 divided by 3/4.
Hmm. Is that so? Let's see at the idea here. Let's say this guy spreads 5, yeah, 5
Mm-hmm.
bags evenly, or maybe 5 is not the best number. Let's say 12 bags evenly over 3, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So how much does each get? There's 12 bags and we're dividing this into 3, right? So how much does each
Mm-hmm.
get?
4.
4, right? So we do the bags divided by 3. So we do 3 over 4 divided by 3, not the other way around.
Oh, okay.
So 3 over 4 times 1 over 3, that's going to be 3 over 12, which reduces to what? What does 3 over 12 reduce to?
Is it 4?
1 over 4, okay? 3
Oh,
over
okay.
12 reduces to 1 over 4, and that is our answer here.
Mm-hmm.
Does that make sense?
Yep.
So if you're not sure, right? If you're not sure which one do we divide by which, multiply doesn't matter, right? Multiply, doing 3 over 4 times 3 is the same thing as 3 over times 3. Multiplication, it doesn't really matter, but division, it matters, right? It makes a difference if you go this way or this way. So just put whole numbers in there when in doubt, okay?
Okay.
All right, there we go. And we should also call it a day here for today.
All right. Are you gonna post this video online?
Yeah, I will.
Could you send me the link to this one?
Okay, I will.
Thank you.
All right, take care, bye.
Bye.